of a BMX video park means constant exploration.
Yeah!
Seeing the globe in hopes of crossing paths with the perfect combination of rails, banks, storm doors, electric boxes, whatever. If you can dream it, you can ride it.
Fuck yeah! Yeah, man!
Welcome back to The In-Between. I'm your host, Trent Lutzke. I've been biking since I was 13 years old, and at 15, I met this kid Grant at my local skate park. Ever since we met, Grant and I have been pushing each other on and off the bikes. Over the years, we filmed countless projects together and traveled all over the country on our own dime. We both had a dream when we were kids. Like most kids addicted to BMX, we wanted to travel the world riding our bikes. Now, 10 years later, Grant and I are doing just that. Seems fast in retrospect, but the journey to this point has been manifesting itself for as long as I can remember. This episode follows us along on Grant's first fully paid for trip out of the country to do nothing other than ride his bike. And as an opportunity for us to show you that a kid from a nowhere town can make shit happen. It all just comes down to how bad you really want it. Grant shows us how being in it for the love and nothing else gets you far. Sit back and relax as we take you on a journey through the life of Grant Yoobie, some random-ass kid with a dream to ride his bike. Enjoy the in-between, and thank you for getting with the program.
Here we go, Grant Ueberroth! Oh, God!
Yeah, Grant!
Ueberroth with that hop on.
Check. 1, 2. How's she sounding? So my brain feels like it's on a different wavelength today after Swamp Fest. We're driving back north. We're gonna do some camping on the way back, make some food, get some riding in, find some spots, go to some skate parks, wherever we can find near Atlanta. Keep heading north from there. We're in the post Swamp Fest, not depression, but post-Swamp Fest mind state now. Thanks for getting that.
Yeah.
Woo! Oh, that felt so good. We're gonna ride, we're gonna hit some spots on the way back, see what we can find in Atlanta, and keep going. On to Michigan.
This journey starts on an average BMX road trip day with Grant and I. Since Grant is going to Battle of Hastings because of his drive to film video parts, this day helps show you what the days leading up to a good video part looks like for him. Traveling around, just straight bumming it for the love of it.
Gotta get the fuck up.
Hello there. It looks beautiful out here. It's a little cold. Let's eat some food. We made it. We're in Georgia.
Grant is the goofiest fool I know, and anyone that knows him knows that he does everything with a big-ass smile on his face.
Oh, land of the Bigfoot. He's out there. We were calling him yesterday, but he didn't come.
This day gives you some insight into his personality, and shows you a positive way to approach bike riding or life in general, while also representing how Grant has lived most of his BMX journey, making do with what he has, and having a good time doing it.
Oh, shoes on and everything.
Grant represents so many other kids out there that grew up in similar situations, far from where BMX was thriving, but found a love for it through finding freedom in it. The only thing that fuels Grant's fire is to explore and ride more.
So we decided not to film too much on this trip, just because we wanted a little vacation of our own, because we're so used to having cameras in our hands at all times, and it just made us focus on riding more this time and like this trip, and just being able to do what we want, like go to different skate parks and not have to worry about filming and just having the camera in our hands at all times. Sometimes you need a break just to have your own trip for yourself. No, dude, just don't have to fit. Oh no, here we go. Nothing. Oh yeah, it felt good. More than pissed. I've been going on road trips since I was like 15 with Trent and all the homies from Michigan. We started our crew called 989 Crew, and we would go on trips every weekend just to different skate parks, wherever we could, just to get out of our hometown. And me and Trent have been doing it ever since we were 15, 16. Now we're 23, 24, and still doing the same shit and loving it and just going to new places. And that's what we plan to do. We just want to travel and meet new people, learn new things. That's what you get out of trips. Really, that's like, yeah. Traveling is the best, yeah. Go travel and learn new shit because it's way better than college. Let's see if this wood's dry. Oh yeah, that's wet. Everything is wet. Are we gonna start a fire? So what sparked my passion for filming and filming video parts? Meeting Corey Rogowski and those guys when I was young, and seeing them make the Michigan video, and growing up looking up to that video, watching those clips and seeing the spots that we've ridden or we've seen in videos, and just filming street in general. And they held a premiere at a skate park in Detroit. Stuff like that, like the Michigan video premiere, is what fuels kids to go out there and do it themselves, because they see their video and what they can do and what they've done, and they look up to them, so they're like, oh yeah, I can do this. I can go out with my friends and film, travel places.
DVDs and gathering people is such an impactful part of BMX. The Michigan video is definitely to blame for our addiction to filming video parts, making it also to blame for Grant getting to this point right here, 5 months away from a trip to Hastings. Thank you so much to each and every one of the boys that put love into that DVD, and a special thank you to Corey for continuing to inspire the next generation. Love that man. You got plans this year?
The only trip that is for sure right now is Battle of Hastings in September. Just talked to Tom, so that'll be happening this year for the video contest that I won 2-3 years ago.
First place, Grant Ueberroth, Michigan, USA.
It's just been getting held off because of COVID.
Unfortunately, due to the current travel restrictions, we're unable to hold a Source Park qualifier this year.
But Tom really wants to get me out there, and I think this year is going to be the year. I can't even put it into words how hyped I am for that, because it's Battle of Hastings. It'll be fucking awesome. All I'm thinking about is a fucking snakehead popping out. Do it. I don't know if this is going to start. And yeah, Trent's coming along too. We're gonna film a dig piece just about the trip, just the whole thing, behind the scenes, everything. It'll be sweet. And I'm glad that Trent gets to come along with me too. Well, I had a film camera that I was taking pictures on this trip, and that was it. We rode skate parks and had fun on the way down here, riding what we wanted to, having fun, focusing on riding, having a good time.
Traveling this way can show you a lot about yourself.
Will it burn?
Do we always find ourselves in the most comfortable situations? Of course not. But riding BMX can become an addiction to explore, which teaches you how to make the best out of what's in front of you.
This morning on the menu we got burgers from last night. That can just go right in here. We're gonna make some breakfast here. We got some eggs and tin foil. We'll see how that works.
BMX has taught us a lot of useful shit in our life. The way it teaches you to get through uncomfortable situations has been one of the most valuable in mine. Grant and I sleeping in his car was far from comfortable, and the lack of an actual pan isn't the greatest either.
Eggs, broccoli, all going in this tin foil pan.
But this man always seems to laugh through the shittiest of moments, and I like to think that BMX and snowboarding helped to teach him that. Learning a new trick or standing at the top of something that scares the hell out of you isn't always comfortable, but you figure out how to make it that way.
We'll say that'll work, right? Look at that. Look at that pan. My job for the winter is at a ski hill, doing park crew at the local ski resort up in Hancock called Mount Ripley, and that's been an awesome time. All right, we're setting up the Friday night feature. We've got a pole jam box to Rainbow. We're waiting for all the kids to come for tonight. Let's go. But that is only in the winter, so that just ended. There's been 2 feet of snow in the UP, and this is very nice. Yeah, there's been a lot of snow, so you can't do these summer outdoor activities like this for about at least 6 months of the year. So it always feels good to get out of there and into warm weather, get the brain going in a different way. Out here doing this shit. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. I need a spoon, I need a fork. There we go.
Snowboarding has become a huge outlet for us in the winter, and a great way to get through them mentally. When you want to bike and you can't, it can be hard to feel like yourself. Having another outlet like snowboarding has really helped us with that. Seeing the ways both passions influence the other is so rad. Getting shackled on the bus, first thing come Monday. Hoping in your mind you'll be released one day, but knowing home is a place you're not going for a long while. Now you're up on the L, in the position that you in, got you refusing to smile. But keep in mind there's a brighter day after your time spent. Used to be wild, but locked up you can't get bent, don't you get hacky. Now you request a PC, you're fragile. It ain't hard to see niggas like that don't associate with me. I'd rather get busy to the 3rd degree, cause the warm population's on infinitely. If this is a street, my razor would be a Mac Demon. Hit you up, leave your whole face screaming. What you in for, kid? Bustin' nuts. Caps heard a million street stories told inside this trap. Who were you to look at me with your eyes like that? Wisen up, young blood, before you make things escalate. And I would hate to set your crooked ass straight. Making moves at night. Pack your heat in this war zone. Niggas is strife, running for one time. Ain't no time to slip. Make more falls moving. It's a up north trip. Living the high life. Making moves at night. Pack your heat in this war zone. Niggas is strife, running for one time. Ain't no time to slip. Make more falls moving. It's a up north trip.
Try to dip, duck, but still got buck. You talk too much shit, you should've kept your mouth shut. All that gossip, motherfucker, don't you know my Glock kicks hollow tips to your body, man.
Boom.
Thanks, bud.
We're just south of Atlanta, aren't we?
Yep.
Yeah, so Atlanta's the first stop. What was I gonna do? I'm gonna drink another sip of coffee, see if I remember. We're not really rushing home. We're just taking her as she goes and seeing where we end up, seeing what campsites we can find and going from there. Skate parks, spots, just going wherever we want to.
What was that word?
I know, dude. It was like 4 words together. I'm still a little, I'm like half asleep right now, trying to function. Kicking it, traveling, doing a lot of traveling. That's my plan for this summer. No, I plan to get out to Texas, Houston, Austin, and we'll see where the road takes me because I have no idea. All right, we just packed up, got the eggs and bacon in us. Now we're getting on the road to Atlanta, and we're gonna go find a park to ride. Peace, we'll see ya. Man, like, I don't know, the trips coming down here to Swamp Fest are just amazing. Like, the last year was the first year we came, and it's just like, you don't know what's gonna happen. You don't know how, like, you have no idea. You just know it's Swamp Fest, and I'd say that's the best way you can go at a trip. You just don't think about it and just go, and then just see what happens, have fun, hang with the homies. But yeah, just literally get in a car and go somewhere and just do things like this, like drive into the woods, find an open spot to camp, pitch a tent, sleep in your car, cook food on the fire, get out and do it, and it's amazing. And do it with your friends. Dude, these eggs are almost done. Oh. I could not say no to the circus peanuts at the gas station. We've tried to not stop at gas stations and buy food, but circus peanuts, a whole nother thing. We're about to ride this crazy hubba looking thing right here. Down flat, down flat, down flat. Get the legs loose. Hey, buddy. Back to back.
At the next stop sign, turn right.
We are getting antsy. We already stopped at one spot. Now we are headed to the park. That'll do her. I missed my front tire. I didn't hit on the first one either.
They look good.
Hell yeah. Oh, howdy. How's it going? Hello. All right, I'm gonna do a foot jam right here, and then I'm gonna go get some hummus. Oops, I got scared. Dude, this thing is so steep. What the fuck? I keep thinking I'm gonna slip out. It's extremely important to be patient with your passion because it takes time and love, and there's plenty of ups and downs that goes into it. Now we are looking up spots on a spot map to see what we're gonna hit next. And it's not all highs, it's not all winning these contests, it's all you're going out and riding and filming the clips just for fun, just for the love of it, and that's what matters. All the time that you put in to make something happen.
If you take anything away from Grant's story, have it be this. There is nothing that BMX can show you more than the way it shows you to be self-driven. Grant's drive to make BMX his life is what got him this far. Like all of us, he wasn't born to do this. He practiced and he got better, and he fell in love with the process.
In Atlanta.
Grant won this trip to Source because him and Dylan, months before ever knowing this contest even existed, were already out putting their all into simply just creating something they were proud of. Then, all of a sudden, this contest drops in their lap. Now Grant's off to Hastings. This day shows you what those days are like and how easy it is to get out there and do it yourself.
Okay, yeah, spot's right up here. So now we just rolled up to this hubba and they literally put cement over stones to stop people from riding. What?
Never seen some shit like this in my life.
There she is.
I'm so sick of filling the blank.
This day ended up being like so many we've had before on road trips. Sleeping in the car, eating whatever we can scrounge up, too tired or sore for our own good, and riding whatever sounds fun. Until the bigger, scarier shit starts sounding fun. We film shit we're stoked on, and film shit that in our minds feels mediocre but helps break the ice. It all works itself out, and in the end, we just have a video that represents a rad part of your life to look back on. It's a vicious cycle in ways, but we live for it.
Fucking Taylor's this close to the edge. Good job.
Day in the life of Grant Yoobie, baby. Smith Hart, that was the biggest one I've ever done.
Good job.
My adrenaline's going like crazy.
Good job.
Oh man, I'm full. We just got some Applebee's. After the session, we hit some spots in Atlanta. We got some bangers, me and Trent. He did some cool shit. Shit. Too high, all right. Restart. I'm just gonna restart. We just had some good food at Applebee's. Dude, it's just like, I'm thinking about Applebee's, I'm like, all right, can't say anything else. Today was awesome. We hit some spots in Atlanta. We got some cool stuff both of us are hyped on. It was super fun. We hit some rad spots. And we just ate some bomb-ass food at Applebee's. And now we're gonna go stay at a hotel and kick it tomorrow, back on the road.
Atlanta is so good when it comes to street riding. First time we visited here was a daily grind trip like 5 years ago. Our years going on trips with the DG boys were some of the best times of our lives. Grant and I were the young guns on those trips, and we looked up to all those dudes. Bunch of misfit, working class badasses. Daily Grind will always hold a big place in our hearts. Mike, Dan, Scott, Gremlin, Tony, Co-Diddy, Troy, Bucci, Purdy, all of those guys showed us how to work hard and ride harder, and the importance of doing it for the love of it.
The hairs on your arm will stand up.
Now we fast forward. 5 months go by from this point until we leave for Hastings. And in that time, Grant drove down to Texas just like he said he was going to, and ended up meeting up with myself and the BSD boys down in Houston. During this time, Grant ends up being a huge help filming the trip, and even managed to throw down some bangs for the camera. Next thing you know, BSD sees the passion this man holds and puts him on the team.
I'd like to give a big welcome to Grant Yoobie, our newest BSD member.
Now we're biking for the same company and get the chance to live out these childhood dreams while continuing to push each other. All because of where Grant put himself and his attitude along the way.
Voices calling, voices crying.
Before you know it, we're ripping out to Colorado together for our first official BSD trip, and about to be featured in our first Dig Mag, and headed on another BSD trip to Glasgow after Hastings. All of these things happen so fast. Years and years of thinking about how one day we get to this point, then, in the blink of an eye, everything we've ever hoped for is happening right in front of us. You work so long towards something, then it all happens so fast. And all we can do is just continue to enjoy the ride.
Till Armageddon, no shalom.
Grant and I start this trip to Hastings by meeting up with some homies at the skate park him and I first met at.
We at Cruiserweight Skate Park. I like the scene, the thing going down. I like that right there.
And at his feet, they'll cast their golden crowns. When the man
This park was built directly in between the 45 minutes Grant and I lived apart from one another, and always kind of acted as a center point for the whole crew to meet up before going and riding street. It's still a mandatory way to spend at least one afternoon whenever we visit home.
Whoever is filthy, let him be filthy still. Listen to the words long written down when the man comes around. Hear the trumpets, hear the pipers, 100 million angels singing. Multitudes are marching to the big kettle drum.
Yeah.
Voices calling, voices crying. Some are born and some are dying.
Yeah, Nick.
It's Alpha and Omega's kingdom come. And the whirlwind is in the thorn tree. The virgins are all trimming their wicks. The whirlwind is in the thorn tree. It's hard for thee to kick against the pricks. In measured 100 weight.
This rail was the first rail Grant and I ever hit. 90-degree run-in and a gravel run-up. Best rail in the world.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
You can do anything.
Oh, look at him go.
That is some good quality meat right there. In or what?
Right now.
Oh, we just going.
Go
Hey,
for it.
my name is Mike Ueberroth. I'm one of the original Uebies. I'm Grant's dad. And I gotta tell you, I've been watching this kid since he was just 3-4 years old, in his early riding days.
Where did it all start?
It started right here in good old Bay City at the skate park. I mean, we got a really nice skate park down there. We got him going on a skateboard at first, and it just kind of evolved from that. Met a few people.
So my dad is a teacher and has always been a teacher, so he would have the summers off, and then my mom is a stay-at-home mom and would stay home with the kids, me and my younger sister Roz, and she would take me to skate park when I was like 4 years old on a skateboard, and she would always film everything, and she filmed like all of our holidays, all of our get-togethers, and she was just adamant about filming.
Battery is too low.
Yes?
Yep, I'm done.
You're done?
We're done.
I didn't have you tape something.
What?
One more thing, quick.
My mom definitely hated watching it. I mean, at first, I'm sure she made me wear a helmet too, so she was always concerned for the safety and just the supervision. She'd have to be there and watch us as little kids, and was scared of the bigger kids there. And my dad was super supportive too. Like, he didn't really care. He'd let us, he was the one that suggested when, I don't know, I was probably like 14, he suggested that when I wanted to ride my bike for the first time at the skate park, he was like, yeah, just go at 7 a.m. because they didn't allow bikes. So he was like, yeah, just go at 7 a.m. There won't be anybody there, and there won't be any skaters, and no one to call the cops on you. So just go at 7 a.m. And that's what we did for like the first 6 months of me riding bikes at that skate park. All right, Infinity Skate Park. This is my local. No bicycles. I've gotten a ticket here before, but it's fun. Ride here every day. Take that path that we just took about every day, at least once. And yeah, now we're gonna go take a couple laps. Bay City really wasn't anything special. I grew up riding bikes with my friends in the neighborhood, and we'd go to the skate park literally every day. I'd get home from school, I'd be thinking about riding bikes, and then we'd just go to the skate park directly from school, and then we'd ride there all day, come home, ride around the neighborhood, jump curb cuts, and just hang out with friends. Sweating. Just like old days.
What do you like doing the best? Spine.
I gotta do something with spine. I'm a 180 guy.
I spent most of my time growing up as a kid at the skate park. That is where I went to hang out with friends and ride and just be myself and do what I love.
All right, off to Hastings.
I think there's been kind of like a stigma of bike riding in general, that like skate parks, that they're troublemakers perhaps, or whatever, because it's not like your mainstream sport. Everybody thinks it's all about, well, you got to play basketball or football or whatever the main sport that you're growing up with. And even I was growing up, we didn't have parks and stuff like that. We didn't have a skate park. You rode your bike in your neighborhood and you put it away. So it's like for a lot of us that opportunity wasn't there. And when it does arise, it's good to just see somebody take on to that. But I just think it's got like a stereotype stigma with it. That until you can look past that, you don't see the big picture of, you guys are just as good athletes and all of that riding bikes as people that are playing any other sport. It's just different. That's all it is. It's just different. You find your niche.
What?
There is definitely a stigma for kids hanging out at skate parks when they're young. Parents look at it as being unproductive or just a waste of time, or hanging out with people that you shouldn't be hanging out with, whatever they think. In my experience, it's completely the opposite. It's you're being productive.
I've pedaled here like 100 times. It's probably a few hundred. It's probably like 1,000 times. This exact path.
And this is a way for kids that have a different mindset can go into it doing what they want to do. And basically, it's an outlet for kids to express themselves their own way and be productive in their own way. I myself was going to a skate park every single day, and I was disciplining myself without even knowing it and showing up for something every single day. And that's what's important for kids to realize and learn. If you're doing what you love, you're doing it yourself. And that's what is pushing you to progress and learn.
Yeah, I think it's really helped foster his independence, because he took that on, and it was like, I'm working, mom's at home, and doing that it was like for him to excel. It made him grow up and be independent, because otherwise he could have played it safe like I did growing up, and like a lot of people, and never got to travel or never do that, because it did involve some risk. He had to say, hey, you know what, I'm going to Colorado, or I'm going here, and I'm going there. And we're talking, he was doing that when he was anywhere between 18 and 25. Right. So that really just blew up the whole, hey, I'm an independent person. And I think that's what life's all about, is just, being independent, taking care of yourself, and he's making his dreams happen. So it's pretty cool to watch. It really is. Proud dad here.
Heck yeah, the burgers look good.
Yeah, I think so. Hopefully I didn't burn them. Tend to ramble sometimes.
That's perfect, man. That was absolutely perfect. Thank you so much. Yeah, it sounded great.
Yeah, you're very articulate too.
You're a lot better than your son on camera, I'll tell you that.
Not shy of the camera. Hey, I announce basketball games and shit. Microphone's my middle name.
Apparently Burger is too.
Burger too, yeah. Didn't it? Polly's sister, Aunt June, called me Grill Master one day. No, I did not. That was somebody else. I would never do that.
Give that man a round of applause, you guys! It is so feet in that, yeah, I think. What he wants to do. That hot seat, yeah. What? about. I know what you're worried about. But guys, Jamie, he's got his helmet on. He'll be completely fine. Don't worry about Jamie, you guys. All right, you guys. All right, sir. Do you want to put out your right arm? I'll put out my left. We'll give like a field goal to jump through. All right. You guys ready? Here he comes. Jamie Thayer coming in. Let's get loud for him, you guys. Big on the 10-foot. Oh! Yes! Taking it upside down. Let's give it up, everybody, for Grant Ueberroth and Jamie Thayer. Give it one more time. Give it up for my man, Mr. Ueberroth, coming out here. We got a son here. We got him. Everybody's going crazy. That's what I'm talking about, you guys. Now, before we get to the grand finale,
That was nuts.
I knew he wasn't gonna hit.
I want to say
It's super important to have parental support behind you because it helps you stay motivated and be yourself when they allow you to be yourself. And so I think that's why I would just pedal to the skate park and they were okay with it. And I would just stay there and I'd have to check in every now and then, but they were super supportive.
And then all of a sudden, like I said, it was just, hey, I'm going here, I'm going there. And just all these opportunities started to kind of unfold for him. And he was relentless. It was like nothing was going to get in my way. It was just, hey, I really enjoy this. I'm not going to stop riding. And here we are today, 25 years old, and he's still riding and loving it. So that's pretty cool. I think one of the coolest parts is when he was like 3 years old. What a lot of people don't know is he had some crazy ass crooked legs that we had to put him in braces, and we weren't even sure if he was going to walk right or whatever. So here's this little 3-year-old, because he couldn't even talk, laying in bed at night with these braces locked on from the orthopedic surgeon. And it worked. He didn't have to have surgery or anything like that. All of a sudden, he's 4 years old. We get him this little blue bike. And within just that first summer, he's 4 years old, the training wheels were actually hindering his ability to ride. I'm like looking at him, and Mom going, he doesn't need training wheels. He'd go down this loop right here, and he'd try to turn, and they were actually bouncing him around on the road. So man, ever since we took those things off, and from there it just kept upgrading and riding and riding. We threw everything at him. Bowling at him in the early years. He bowled. We did soccer. We even tried a fall baseball league, and it just came back to the bike. It just came back to the bike. So that's kind of what we watched him evolve into, just that whole process of, yeah, it's a bike, but then it just became just a whole beautiful process of just being with people that have a common interest and a common drive to just excel with it. That's all of a sudden he's going to another country to, perform in a contest thing that he won that just kind of happened over the years. So yeah, it's been fun to watch. It's been a really cool journey.
See you, Bay City. On to the last flight. Getting the final stretches in, and then I'm gonna go to sleep.
You ain't going to sleep, we're getting drinks.
Okay, drinks first, then sleep. That'll put me to sleep. We get to the UK after a really long flight, and I meet all of these BMX riders that I've looked up to my whole life.
Raza,
present.
Curly,
Present.
Andrew, Knight,
It's like school.
and Curly are not here, so let me just double check.
It was unreal. It didn't feel real seeing them in person, and instantly it's like we're homies on this bus. Yeah, dude, it's crazy. Being there on the bus was very nerve-wracking at first, but then you just get to talk to them, and they're just normal people, and they're just like any other person that you'd be riding bikes with in a van with. It's no different than your home.
24 hours of traveling on a plane, and we're here. Source BMX. Let's get in the ground. I don't know, it's somewhere down here, I guess. It's in the ground. Let's go. Alright, it's day one. After one night, feeling way better than yesterday, and now we get to go ride the Source Park. We're gonna go see it. We're gonna go check it out. And it's in the ground again.
How you like in England?
Oh, it's amazing.
What's amazing about it?
Girls talk in an accent. Well, I guess everybody talks in accent. But it's beautiful. Beautiful people. Beautiful sea here we got.
For sure had anxiety showing up to the park the first morning, and I just went off and rode by myself for a little bit, and then came back, and after doing that I felt way better.
Coming all the way from motherfucking Michigan, doing the damn thing, doing it for all the Uebies in the world, dude. The Uberonius Maximus in the flesh, dude. Look at him over there sweating. Oh, he's touching his good. Yeah, let's stop.
Getting to ride with all these guys out here in Hastings is amazing. It's fucking awesome.
Make some noise for first rider jumping in. This is Grant Ueberroth.
The rail jam went well. I was there with Brock Rayford, Garrett Reynolds, Gary Young, Lewis Mills, Dan Lacey. Dude, he was probably one of the craziest ones, because seeing him ride, he rides just like you see in any other video, or like, I mean they all do, but seeing Dan Lacey hang that thing for the first time, it was like, that was a Dan Lacey hang. And then Garrett's just barring on bar to pegs to bar. What the fuck did
you don't understand bar spins?
Yeah, no, I don't do bar spins. I've always looked up to Garrett Reynolds, even though I don't bar spin. Ever since the deadline, I remember watching that almost every day for a week when that came out, and it was amazing riding with him. And Brock Rayford, I've met him before, but it was awesome getting to spend time with him here and ride with him. It's a different experience when you get to ride with these guys. It's nuts. It's just like you're riding with your homies. And they're just cool dudes, every single one.
Hastings, how are we feeling tonight? Welcome to bring
Seeing Grant run up those stairs with these guys didn't even feel real. So proud of my boy for keeping up with those savages.
with all his signature parts from and try to push things forward for themselves. Grant Ueberroth going over with the ice. Byron coming in. Ice spectacular! How was that possible, Andy? That was totally wild. The score is, and the idea is that all the balls, if you are watching it live right now, the speed right now, 20 going,
wanted to cook hard, the Gavin did. That was fucked. Out of all of them, I mean, they were all fucked, but Jordan Gavin's.
I'm pushing the boundaries. Hastings, get him out for no fucking way! Yes! Give me ball! Give me in the books! Source BMX Battle of Hastings 2022! You guys having fun?
Killed it. Dude, the overcrank was like, yeah.
That's what.
That was sick. Atta boy. How you feel, man?
Oh, I feel amazing. I'm still shaking.
Alright! It's officially a wrap! Thank you very much, Hastings! I'm gonna see you later at the courtyard or tomorrow for Park Qualifiers! Have a good night! Stay safe! See you tomorrow! Peace!
We're out here. Fucking Hastings, baby.
So they did park sessions first. Got to see my teammates ride first, Senpak and Tom Russell. They both fucking killed it. Guys rode, and then we did fireball best trick directly after that. 18 people, so everybody was going in. It was insane. I don't know how you judge a best trick when there's 18 guys parked, street, just going in. I got to ride in that, and it was unreal. I just going back and forth, they'd call my name, and it was just an experience.
I was like, fucking pull over!
My favorite part about the whole experience is just hanging out with all those guys, like everyone that was in the contest and everyone that was involved with the contest and meeting all those guys in the UK. Just riding in general, everyone was amazing. Like, I would have never thought I would have been here 5 years ago.
Days
street riders in us woke up Sunday morning ready to go cruise around, so we crewed up with our UK brothers and hit the streets of Hastings for a bit before finals. I'm so thankful to have experienced this place. BMX continues to introduce us to new friends and the best times.
Everybody.
That's crazy.
Oh.
Man.
Thank you.
Oh my God.
Living off 2 days sleep, 4 bags and a coffee.
The Battle of Hastings is unlike anything I've ever experienced before in my life. The energy and sound in this building is unmatched. If you're into traveling and BMX contests at all, I highly recommend making your way out to the coast of England one day and experience this place for yourself. Our time in Hastings, like any good time, went by so fast. Before you know it, it was finals day and the whole park erupted.
Come on. Just bar the manuals that Easy. Quick one.
This shit feels like a dream. What the fuck?
Tom Creasy, you were the fucking man. And shout out Source and Hastings. This is the shit. This is what I live for. And now I'm here. This is just the beginning.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah, buddy.
Hell yeah.
Getting better at these interviews.
Yeah, no, I feel good right now. Dude, I got sleep last night too. This was the first night I got sleep. I maybe got like 2 to 3 hours the last 3 nights. And yeah, last night I decided to call it a little early and went back I think at midnight. And that was slightly early. And now I'm ready for tonight because we got Nora Cups coming up and I can't wait to be with the boys again and it's going to go off.
I was fucking sick with Nora.
Nora was like a party and a half with like all the top pros in the world just hanging out.
First Nora Cup of the evening, Felix
Fucking love you, boys.
And the winner is Kevin Peraza.
DMX got me out of the hood, gave me something I love. DMX and that keeps the next generation inspired to make DMX grow and live forever. I love this shit. Amazing.
Watching Van Homan get on stage and talk about how important filmers are and biking is and just being there, it was unreal. I would have never thought I would have done
completely lost my voice from screaming like a fucking idiot all night. And I'm sorry for anyone that has to listen to this shit. But getting a cup is one of the highest achievements in BMX.
Thanks to all you guys. How you feel, brother? Like a fucking feel. Like a fucking kid that rides a bike in the suburbs. It's great.
And I would go to every single Nora event from now on if I could. The amount of love and hype that you feel in that room was indescribable. Thank you to the people that make nights like this possible. BMX is the shit.
All right, thank you for that appreciation for all the guys holding the cameras.
Yeah, man.
And for a little bit of volume while I go on my spiel, right? Being committed to the mission of a BMX video park means constant exploration.
Yeah.
Seeing the globe in hopes of crossing paths with the perfect combination of rails, banks, store doors, electric boxes, whatever. If you can dream it, you can ride it.
Fuck yeah!
So in the end, a video park becomes a journal of ideas, memories of the road, and inspiration for future BMXers everywhere. To keep creating and searching and shredding. So thanks for listening to me. Without further ado, here's your nominees for Video Park of the Year.
Fuck yeah, man! He already won. Come on.
All right, this guy had my vote this year. It's raw, it's tech, and it's pure fucking bravery. Louisville, get the This is just about this Benny's video. Which I fucking did it. Anyway, Benny's not being here. Like I said, Benny fucking did this as well as me. As well as the boys at home. Thank fuck, I won a cup once. This is when you They make us feel fucking special about ourselves. We wouldn't have these awards without the people that fucking do it. So, cheers to the cunts that fucking make this happen and make us feel special. I finally fucking won one! Holy shit, let's go! Fuck you all, thank you!
What do you think it was?
Here we are.
Why the bike?
That's a great question. Why the bike? It is. I think as he evolved, it became more of just a family with him and you guys and all that riding. It was just not just the bike itself. It's what the community of biking brought to him, and that's a credit to all of the people that he grew up with, the names, and you were one of them, Trent and Alex. Were like, who are all these people? And then before you know it, he's leaving the state, he's going on out there, he's going to the UP, he's riding this, and then some sponsorships come along. And I think, honestly, it took me a while to learn to just appreciate that journey and why he does it. Just the camaraderie you guys bring and all of that experience that's what we kind of grew into. And at first I'm thinking, it's just a bike.
Yeah.
It's just a bike, and it's not just a bike. It's more than that. The bike is what brings it all together.
The moral of this story is, it's all about where you put yourself. And BMX is only as rad as you make it. Nobody in this industry owes you a thing. The only person that owes you is yourself. Put yourself in positions to succeed. Save up a couple $100 and pile in a whip with some friends. Go explore. Go get lost. Go learn. Go fall and get hurt and overcome the pain. Go stand at the top of a set and tell yourself it's too much, so you know what it feels like to understand your limits. And then, one day, push past them. Do this in BMX and do this in your life. Grant is a kid from a place where BMX barely exists, and he took it upon himself to take on a dream he had. Got out of his hometown and did everything for no one but himself and for the love of riding a bike. Thank you, Source, Dig, and BSD for continuing to see the importance in making dreams come to life. Action motivates action, and it's far from just a bike. We'll see you next time on The In-Between.
I wish that I knew what I know now. When I was younger, I wish that I knew what I know now. When I was stronger, the can such a pretty show to steal your heart away. The backstage back on earth again. The dressing rooms are great. They come on strong, and it ain't too long, but I make you feel a man. But love is blind, and you soon will find you're just a boy again.
Norman, we're definitely gonna be ripping in Glasgow.
Oh yeah? Glasgow, here we come.
Get a cheek makes you wonder where you are. If you want some more, then she's fast asleep.
Why does he smile all the time?
You know why? I wish I knew the answer to that. I just think he has just got such a loving heart that how can he not smile? It's just, he's always been that way with everybody he's around. Just, I don't know if you can ever make him sad or upset. He's just not that kind of person. He's just a loving heart kind of dude. So
He takes after Pops?
I think so. Yep, I'm pretty sure. Well, I have to be. I teach middle school. If I can't have a heart and just have fun, I'm in trouble. So I definitely have to.
Perfect. Cheers.
My name is Grant Yoobie, and I just want to travel and ride my bike and meet new people and make as many friends as possible and just spread the love with everyone. That's it. That's